I'm back again and I wanted to do a quick video all about the two most popular types of leather that you might find on a Chanel bag. So when you go into store, if it's summer, you might find there are some Chanel bags in like cloth or linen or canvas, and in the winter you might find there are more bags which are like, for instance, maybe like suede, velvets, that kind of thing. But generally the two most popular classic bags are sold in Caviar and Lambskin. And whenever I've bought my Chanel bags, it's always been the decision making process has always been more about the size, the color, the design, the gold or silver hardware. Like, that's always been the major focus of my decision making. And even the sales assistant's been a bit like, oh, Lambskin or Caviar, and it's been a very quick decision. And actually, the more and more I buy Chanel bags and the more I wear them, the more and more I think that actually the leather is such an important decision that I don't think many people even think about. Like, sometimes I'll talk to people and I'll be like, oh, I love that bag, like, and I love the fact that you got it in the lambskin. And they'll be like, huh? And they'll almost not really be aware of the fact that they've got the lambskin or got the caviar. Like, it'll almost be something they haven't really considered. So that was me looking at my phone. I got some text messages, but I can't really read them right now. So I wanted to do kind of a quick video about that. So the lambskin, I'm going to show it to you now. You'll know it because it looks like kind of a classic soft leather. It has kind of a very smooth finish to it. There's no grain. It's not really heavily treated. And when you touch it, it's soft. Like, if your mum was around, she'd go, oh, that's a soft, beautiful leather. That is a good quality leather, like a good pair of quality leather shoes. It's got that soft to the touch finish, and it's beautiful, and it is almost the one that you're drawn to because the surface of it looks really pleasing, how it's so smooth, and then also the feel of it is lovely, and it's luxurious, and it's lovely. And then the other style of leather is the caviar, and you'll know this because it's got kind of a grainy finish to it. It's a bit more like almost pebbly. It's been treated, so again, it's leather, but it's kind of had like some conditioning and processes on it to kind of give it, like, I don't want to say plasticky, but it's got that kind of coated, plasticized, coated, treated outside to it. And basically, when you are thinking about your Chanel bag, you have to think about if you're going to be using it every day, or if it's going to be like one of those bags that you love, but it's more of an occasion bag, and, you know, it's like your head says that you might go for the caviar, but your heart says you might want the lambskin. And I've always gone with my heart and gone lambskin because I love it. But actually, the caviar is so good because it's so hard wearing, and like, with the lambskin, I don't feel comfortable like scratching my nails on it like this, but with the caviar, I can, easy, and with more with more kind of vigor, and I don't have to worry. And say I had like children who had like sticky fingers, I would be like, keep your hands away from my lambskin. Whereas the caviar, I wouldn't be that happy if they had like grubby hands, but I wouldn't freak out. If it was raining, I would freak out if I had my lambskin. I wouldn't freak out if I had my caviar. Like, it's like, while you want to be careful with both because you have to respect the fact that it's a beautiful and very expensive designer handbag, it's also like, you know, the caviar leather is just so much more hard wearing, and the lambskin is more luxurious. It's possibly more beautiful depending on your taste, but also it is more fragile. And even though I have to say I've had this bag for about 4 years, I've not worn it every day. Obviously, it's a clutch bag, so it's more of an occasion bag. I actually did a video about this, but if you look at the edges, it's great condition. If you look at the back, it's great condition. I don't think I've really got many surface scratches on it. I've always been quite careful. I store it in the bag, etc. But it's like 4 years old. It looks great. So when I say it's fragile, it's not that fragile. It's just you don't want to be getting on the bus and throwing it around and getting drunk and flying it around, and, you know, you don't want to be putting it on the floor. It's like, you know, the caviar leather is more hard wearing, but when you're spending that kind of money on a bag, you don't want to be thinking about the next 10 years. You want to be thinking about the next 40 years. So I would just say, do consider how you want to use your bag, how many bags you're going to own as well. Because if you're going to buy like 10, 15, 20 Chanels, then I don't think you need to worry about crippling it because you're overwearing it. Because when you own that many bags, you're not going to be wearing any of them every day. So, and then you can kind of be governed more by your by your heart on which one you love the most. So I just wanted to kind of share those thoughts with you because, you know, if you are just buying the one handbag and you're going to wear it every day for the rest of your life or like for the next 40, 50 years, then actually the Caviar might be the one for you. But if you have your heart set on the lambskin and you love the lambskin and you don't really mind that it might scratch or just kind of like get a little bit of patina and a little bit of wear to it, then go for it. But don't go into the shop and just go, nah, I'll get this one, because it is a big decision and it is something that you should consider. And I feel like every time I've bought a new Chanel, it's just been not even something that I've thought that hard about or considered, which now I look back at it, I'm like, that's crazy. So yes, if you're buying a Chanel bag, then think about the leather, and I hope this video was of interest to you. Thank you. Oh, and if you like the video, like it, and if you want to take pity on me and subscribe, I would be very grateful because I have like 4 subscribers. Like, it's embarrassing. So, you know, do the do. Thank you, bye.